The time is 3:32 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. The price of Bitcoin is $3,467. We are seeing declining volume occur on the daily time frame as well as smaller time frames. I expect a large move, potentially to the downside, to happen before March. It could happen in February, I think, or possibly tomorrow, but this declining volume is telling me right now that a huge volume spike is to be expected and could mean that we see an absolutely tremendous volume spike after this space has no more room to go, this volume area, as it declines and the price possibly forms a bear flag or a bearish pennant. I expect the price to inevitably fall. There is a chance that if this is the final time before we go down and have a huge volume spike, it's possible that either two scenarios will play out. That we go below $3,000 and continue to find some support or some big buy volume, but a double bottom is also appearing and is possible. However, it's also possible for us to form a double bottom, move to 5k, then drop severely hard to 1k. I will accept I am wrong and I have not been able to pick the bottom for this Bitcoin bear market. If we break $8,000, $9,000 or $10,000 with volume of more than 10 million, I beg my pardon, 10 billion or more. If we see 15 or even 20 billion 24-hour volume, I would accept that I am wrong in terms of calling the bottom for this bear market. However, I've not lost hope, even though hope is not a strategy, and I strongly advise none of you to simply hope of future prices. I still think it's possible for us to go to $1,000, form a V bottom with lots of volume, since the $1,000 target does have tremendous volume, and then move up from there. This is not financial advice, and you do what you want to do in the market. However, I am strongly convinced 1k will be the bottom for the bear market. We may get a wick which comes below the $1,000 mark, but this declining volume and good news, or at least neutral news, is telling me that the bottom is and could be very near to us. It is quite possible for us to have already hit the bottom, but I'm not entirely convinced on that because the volume has not shown that this is the bottom, in my opinion. However, I could be wrong. Nevertheless, if you have not bought any cryptos at this moment at all, this is a great discount price from previous months ago, as you would already know from all the other coins that have definitely decreased in value over the past 12 months. Typically, bubbles crash and correct in half the time they took to build up. This bull market, which happened in 2015 to 2017, was 2 years. Therefore, theory tells us this market should bottom in 1 year. However, it's been slightly more than 1 year now. And, or possibly, it is coming up to 1 year now. I'm still looking for the bottom at $1,000, and if I do miss this bottom by a couple $1,000, I'll not be fussed, because I am holding out for my target, and I would not mind if I got it a little bit more expensive without knowing it, because the potential for this asset to grow is beyond human belief, in my opinion. At least the potential for growth. I am looking to get more than one Bitcoin, some Ripple or XRP, as it is the number 2 on the market cap. I definitely think it's a good buy, even though it may not be the solution to world debt. I still think Ripple has potential, since institutional money is interested in this coin. It is centralized, however, I think it has great potential. Ethereum, I also think could be a nice buy, and I think it is a nice buy, as equal to Ripple. EOS, definitely, I think is a must buy for the future. Bitcoin Cash, I would be a bit skeptical about this coin. Litecoin, however, has been around for a long time, almost for as long as Bitcoin, and has lots of potential, I think. Tron is definitely a promising project and has lots of potential. Stellar, equally as important to Tron, I think, and you cannot really go wrong, in my opinion, with the top 10. However, Cardano, IOTA, and Dash are also equally good projects. Neo also, but I would be sticking to the top 5, and obviously Tether is a stablecoin, meaning it is the equivalent, or it is meant to be the equivalent of the US dollar in terms of a coin in the market cap, in the cryptocurrency market capitalization. If you do want to throw a dart and get a lottery ticket in terms of a coin in the top 100, it's not financial advice from myself. I would personally be throwing a dart and throwing some money at one of these projects, as you do have to be a good project to be in the top 100. I would not be putting all my money into one of them. However, I think it's definitely worth everything in this game is a gamble. However, potential, I think, is almost not a gamble, but it still is a gamble, because of the great upside potential which is believed to exist in these coins. I would stick, however, to the top 5 or top 4, and if you're unsure and you are holding Bitcoin at the moment, I would personally be transferring into the US dollar Tether, or cashing out for the meantime, waiting for a confirmation of either an uptrend breaking out or a very red day in terms similar to this kind of thing, and put your money somewhere in one of these red candles. Obviously not at this kind of levels, but when you do see the market cap going down 20, 30 or 40% in one day, you can expect that it is not a bad time to buy, especially in this time of a bear market. Again, none of this is financial advice. Also, the Chinese New Year is coming up, which is on the 5th of February. And I think that a potential dump of the price in Bitcoin is definitely possible. However, because markets do what people think are the opposite, it could go up. I'm not sure. But the pattern that is forming right now appears to be a bear flag and could signal a break from the trend line. Historically, Chinese New Year has brought lower prices because people like to sell on that date for some reason to possibly buy presents or other products and services. I would still be waiting, and if you have not already put anything into Bitcoin at all, then at these prices, they're not a bad option, and I would personally be holding a little bit of Bitcoin and a little bit of the top 3 or top 4 of these other coins. But I would definitely want to be holding some Bitcoin at this moment, and I do. The reason for this is because no one knows what the bottom is in the price of Bitcoin. No one knows the bottom. And if this is the bottom, and we are going to go to $5,000 tomorrow, then you can at least say to yourself that you have bought a little bit at lower prices, and obviously making your average cost lower, which is called dollar cost averaging, which is when you buy at different prices and you average your price out so it becomes lower. So I would definitely buy some Bitcoin if I had not already. I would not probably put my whole entire savings into Bitcoin at the moment, but I would definitely be wanting to hold some Bitcoin at this current moment. At least some. If you have found this helpful, please leave a like. Please share this video. Comment of any suggestions you would like on this channel. If you would like to know anything about Bitcoin which I have not already mentioned, please let me know in the comments. Please subscribe to this channel. Have a great day and peace.